Good morning. I'm live from M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. It's the Colonial Athletic Conference Media Day, 2016 edition. All the teams are here. Let's give you our brief schedule right now. At 9:15, we'll have the head coach and big New York Met fan, Coach Sean McDonald, coming on. And then around 9:30, we'll have Coach Amaris from Towson coming on. We'll talk Towson football with him. And then at 9:45, we'll talk to the brand new head coach of James Madison University down there in Harrisonburg, Virginia, Mike Houston, who was the coach at the Citadel the last couple of years. So he has some insights of playing Division I football. And then we'll see who we can bring else as well. We're here until around noon this afternoon here at the M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Baltimore Ravens. So my broadcast partner today is Matt Cicchinelli. Ewan McCreef is doing an assignment that he needs to give us on the website. So if you want to read what he did last night with the Louisville Cardinals quarterback Lamar Jackson, it's on the front page of our website at Herb Sports Radio, herbfmsports.com. So Matt, what do you think about Coach McDonald? You're looking at him right now on your media guide. Just look at it. What stands out to you in this media guide?
Well, what stands out to me is that he had fantastic years in 2013 and 14 with a 10-5 record and a 12-2 record. And then last year he had a 7-5 record. So I'm actually very interested to see what kind of record he's going to have this year. Is he going to have maybe another 7-5 or maybe a 8-4 or 8-5 season, or is he going to have maybe a 10-win season again like he did in 2013 and 2014? I mean, it could be very well and everything. So here's Chris.
Yep, and we got the coach and the biggest Met fan on the side of the Hudson Valley. Coach Sean McDonald with us. So, Coach, how was the summer going with you? I know sitting around, getting yourself ready for football. How's life treating you?
Life's great, Chris. Took a little vacation in upstate New York in Skinny Atlas. We've done it for 27 straight years. Go back there and recharge the batteries. Went to the Saratoga racetrack this last weekend, and then we're back at it now until death do us part here with football. But our kids have been at campus. They've been working really hard. Have had a tremendous summer in the weight room, conditioning, running, and everything like that. You don't get to see them because of certain rules in the NCAA and everything. But it's been a good summer in Durham.
Last year you were 7-5. You had a good season. You made it to the postseason.
Yep.
This year you have a similar schedule you had last year. You opened up on the West Coast. This time San Diego.
Yeah.
So it was pretty. We wish the Mets were playing in San Diego. But talk about playing in San Diego State the first time when you're playing them. The only thing I know about San Diego State is Marshall Faulk was the running back in the early 90s, and that's basically the only thing I know about San Diego State. So let's talk about how this series started.
Well, this is a game that we scheduled like 3 or 4 years ago, and they were in the middle of the pack of the Mountain West. Right now, they're the team to beat in the Mountain West. They had the Player of the Year on offense, the Player of the Year on defense, and the Special Teams Player of the Year coming back. Last year, we went out and played San Jose, and had a really tough game out there. They were very physical, very dominant. This is a really good football team that we're going to play out there. I think it will give us a great barometer where we're at. Be a great opportunity to play in Colcom Stadium, where the Chargers play. It's a great trip to play a 1A team out there. The problem that you have when you go out to play teams like that, you don't have a real good idea of who these kids are because, you don't see them in the recruiting process at all. All I know is they're very long, they're very athletic, and they're a top team in the Mountain West, so we're going to have our hands full going out there.
Are you going to do the same thing you did last year? Get out there a couple days early, get your bodies,
acclimated
to the Pacific time zone?
Yeah, we'll leave Thursday morning, get out there Thursday afternoon practice, have all day Friday to recover. Then it's a Saturday. I think it's a Saturday afternoon game, late afternoon, and then back in the plane and fly back Saturday night.
So what things are you going to do in this season in comparison to last season to possibly have a better record?
Well, I think the most important thing, Matt, we've got to stop the run, and our defense has to step up in order to give our team an opportunity, to, one, get more offensive snaps, and two, keep the defense off the field. We got to find ways to make sure that our run defense improves. I think the next step that we have to do is, stay healthy. Last year we lost in our second game of the year our starting center Tad McNeely, who was an all-conference player, and then our starting quarterback Sean Goldrich. Now, guys filled in for them. For Goldrich, and we were able to sustain it. But we lost McNeely, who was a hell of a football player and the cornerstone of our offense. He's back. He's healthy. I think that's a key for us in anything that we're doing to staying healthy in the offensive and defensive lines.
So speaking about injuries and stuff, do you feel like if you guys lose key players this year that you're more equipped to overcoming that obstacle?
Yes, I do. I think the kids that got an opportunity to play last year that got in and got in the lineup because of injuries to Tad, and especially our quarterbacks like Adam Reese and Trevor Knight got a chance to be in the game where they didn't have to wait a full year to be in it. I think that's a huge plus for all of us that they've got people who have replaced them, and I think we gain depth by doing that, so we'll have that feeling going on.
Well, looking at it, you got 11 returning starters on the offense and 12 on the defense. So talk about your quarterback. What did you see from him, his development? Because a lot of quarterbacks in their first year, second year, start developing and become a very good passer or a scrambler.
Well, here's the deal, Chris. We got two quarterbacks that are still fighting for the starting position. Adam started the Elon game last year, started the Richmond game for us, played in the Stony Brook game. Trevor played in two of the games, played in the Stony Brook game, and then, we settled on Sean Goldrich and him. Both of the kids are very similar in the fact that they're both very athletic. The difference right now is that Trevor may be a little more athletic. Fall camp is going to be huge for them to see who ends up putting his feet on the ground as the starter, and huge for us. But I do feel confident the way I have in the past 3 or 4 years that we got two kids that can play.
And you must be happy that your stadium is finally done after years of building and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What is it like going in there right now, watching the development of your stadium from a small capacity to down to a big football stadium?
It's a really, really cool situation. I was in there last night, taking some people around and overlooking it. It's all done. They're just putting the bells and whistles on it right now. We got a jumbotron scoreboard. For people coming to the games to watch, it's going to be a whole new experience. For media, for other coaches, for the video board, so it's something that you've never ever seen in New Hampshire. And it'll be a great experience for all of us. But more importantly, I think it's going to be a great experience for our fans, for the state of New Hampshire, that they finally have a facility that's deserving of what they've been looking for a long time.
And then you could actually get more funding and making people come there play guys instead of you guys have to go on the road a lot.
Yeah, that's part of the deal, But fortunately, in the last couple of years, we've had a couple home playoff games. It's been an electric atmosphere. I think that's what helped propel people to say, hey, it's about time we got a new stadium, so that when they come there, it's a comfortable place to watch a game.
I know you're a well-known coach, but you also, during the summer times, you love your Metropolitans.
Oh.
And so we're getting closer to the trading deadline. This time last year, you and I were talking about who we should pick up, and we got that shocker on the deadline day. We got Cespedes to come over. So what do you think the Mets need to improve? Because I think they need something in the bullpen, and plus Harvey's gone again.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Well, it's shocking because if we were talking about pitching at the beginning of the year in March, we think we're all out of our mind, but they're struggling to find pitching right now with injuries and people not performing. I think they need a huge bullpen lift, and they got to find a starter. And then I think they got to find a live bat because they're not scoring runs where they're. That pickup last year, Sepsis, was just unbelievable. It just propelled us to the World Series. Hopefully, they can do something like that again.
And also, we got Reyes back. What's your take having Reyes back? I think it's good to have him back. Who cares what he did? In Hawaii, things happen. No, things happen. We all have situations.
Here's what I think. I think that they're a diligent organization, did their homework, and found out whatever was going on there. What Reyes brings to the team is excitement. He's got a live bat still. He's very athletic. He can run. You watch him this weekend, some of the things he did. He just brings us excitement to it,
Seems like he's the old guy again.
Now he is. He's back, but he got back to the place that he started, and that's a pretty cool thing for a guy to finish like that.
Well, Coach, I know you got things everybody else wants to speak to you, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I always love talking to you every year.
Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you guys.
We'll call you during the football thing.
Make sure you do, guys, okay?
All right.
Cool. Take care.
That's the coach of the New Hampshire Wildcats, Coach Sean McDonald. Yeah, back to that Reyes thing. we all have problems. We all have situations. We all have, things we have done that we don't like. We did. But you should not condemn the guy, because of, because of what he did. It's almost like Chapman. Huh? It's just like Chapman. Last night the Cubs picked him up, and I was listening to Theo Epstein last night on Baseball Night. And he said we did our homework. We talked to Chapman. We asked him if he's been okay. Anything that's been bothering him, and I think that's a great thing that these organizations know. Oh, it's a domestic violence thing. You had that situation in Hawaii, and everybody knows what happened. So we're going to take a. Go ahead.
Well, so here's my question, Chris. So, since he had that situation with domestic violence, do you feel that he should be penalized over here with playing baseball and stuff, or do you think that it's fair for him to continue to play baseball?
Well, he already deserved it. He already got his suspension. So he served his time, and I think that's all we need to know. And the Mets, did their homework and made sure that everybody's, fine. And I think Reyes has been the Reyes of old. I think he shouldn't have left New York. We go to Miami, but that is hindsight, 2020. At the time, he was on top of his game, and he goes, I'll go to Miami and get a big contract, and then he gets traded to Toronto, and then gets traded to Colorado, and now he's back to New York, and he's home. He doesn't have to go for it. Well, we're going to take a timeout here. When we come back, if you're listening to us here on herbfmsports.com, you can always email us at herbfmsportsradio@gmail.com. Any questions or concerns? We're hoping to get some of the other coaches stopping by here shortly. You are listening to CAA Football Media Day here on herbfmsports.com.